yesterday, December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Hi, I'm Ed Salek. The show is in honor of. Before we get into the actual show, I want to take a few minutes out. When we first started doing In Honor Of, we had myself and four what I call founding fathers. We had Paul Dietrich, veteran of Iraq, veteran of North Korea.
South Korea.
South Korea, I'm sorry about that. We had John Burns, a World War II vet. We had Frank Zelinsky, who helped me put it all together, a Korean War vet. And we had Ed Matusiak, a very, very dear friend and a true American hero who served in Vietnam, came home, became a fireman, and he continued to serve the people one way or another. Ed just passed on us, and it's very saddening. And I just wanted to say what I'd like to do is dedicate this show and all of the in honor ofs to Ed Matusiak, a true friend. Ed, we will miss you. Now to the show. We have four good friends, and they're going to talk about something that's going on that I think every Staten Islander should be taking part of. Alex Morocco, Bruno Landolfo, and of course Paul Dietrich. Alex, tell us what you've got with the Road Home Foundation.
First of all, thank you, Ed, for giving us the opportunity to speak with you and to speak to the Staten Island community. The Road Home Foundation is a foundation that I started about 2 years ago. We're now a 501c3. We have a full functioning board of directors, people that I've known for 10, 20, 30 years who are committed to veterans causes. And specifically what we do is we raise funds, and we take those funds and we help seriously wounded veterans and active duty members of the military who have been injured in the global war on terror. As you know, my son Brendan was injured in 2009.
How is Brendan doing?
Brendan is doing well, actually. I'm happy to say that after 7 years, he's finally home. He came home this week, and we have no surgeries and no rehab on the schedule, so it's a good time right now.
Good.
But
God bless. This is a true American hero. When we talk about true American heroes, Brendan is a true American hero.
Thank you.
All right.
But getting back to the Road Home Foundation, basically our mission is simple. I tailored the foundation after our experiences in the last 7 years. In the last 7 years, we've gotten a lot of help, not just with Brendan, but within the family. And that's what we do. We help those individuals that have been injured, but also their families. One thing we found out very early on is that everyone around the individual is affected. Yes. The family, in many respects, is along for the ride. And what we try to do is we try to help them along the way. In essence, it's a matter of getting them past today. So if there's an issue out there that, they're dealing with, our goal is to take care of that issue so that they can begin to think more long term. Think about tomorrow and the next day and the next day, so that they don't get bogged down with with today's problem. So in essence, that's what we do. We try to make an immediate impact on their lives. We also support other organizations that support global war on terror veterans. Realizing that there's already organizations out there that do great things. We don't have to sit here and reinvent the wheel when there's an organization out there that's taking care of a problem. Well, there's nothing wrong with partnering with that organization for the mutual benefit of an injured soldier or their family.
And I'm sure the organization appreciates you partnering with them.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. This week, our board of directors approved the funding of a service dog. Now, we don't have to go out there and buy a service dog and train them, but because there are already organizations out there. So what we did is we partnered with an organization called Rebuilding Warriors, where we will fund it, but they will actually do the purchase and the training of the dog. And it's a mutual benefit to everyone.
Let's talk about the, you got an event coming up September 24th, right?
Yes. Last year, we did the first annual Global War on Terror Veterans Appreciation Day at the Marine Corps League. And this year we're doing a second. The Marine Corps League was gracious enough to give us the use of their venue, and they're great people. They are truly dedicated to veterans causes, as is Rolling Thunder here on Staten Island.
Oh, we're going to get to them next,
And
yeah.
they've once again given us, the venue to use. And on September 24th, we're going to hold the event a little bit different from what we did last year, but in many respects similar. And the purpose of the event is twofold. Number one is to be able to say thank you to the veterans that are that have been in the active duty, that still are engaged in the global war on terror. Many times these guys go unrecognized. And what we want to do is we want to give them a simple thank you, to say, you know what, you've made your sacrifices, your families have made your sacrifices. We recognize that, and we thank you for that. The secondary reason is also to raise funds. And again, take those funds and use them for the good of an injured veteran or an injured soldier.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, let's talk a little bit about Rolling Thunder. Bruno, welcome.
Thank you.
We've
Thanks
tried
for
to
having
get
me.
you here 3 or 4 times. That,
Yeah,
we
Been
had
busy.
everybody else come in. And I got to tell you, before we even start talking about Rolling Thunder, I'd like to give my impression of Rolling Thunder. These are some of the greatest guys in the world. I watched them, and they seem to do everything for veterans that they can possibly do. And I watched those bikes come along Richmond Avenue.
With the wounded soldiers?
Yeah, with
Staten
the
Island
wounded
welcomes
sol-
our heroes.
Yeah, welcome. And I use this phrase all too often, but it's true. I stand there and I watch the bikes go by with the flags and everything. The back hair on my head comes up, and you get choked up and you get a tear in your eye. And I say to myself, these are just average Staten Islanders doing their part, and it means so much. Tell us, what is Rolling Thunder doing to help with the 24th?
Well, like Alex said before, I want to thank you for having us on the show. We partnered up last year with the Road Home Foundation to commit ourselves to helping, as Alex said, wounded veterans, and not only the wounded veterans, but their families as well, because we know that the families go through trying times. As far as a whole with Rolling Thunder, I've been a member for 7 years now, and like you said, I can't think of a better group of guys and girls that are committed to the veterans cause. As you know, Rolling Thunder's primary function is POW MIA
Right.
awareness, to publicize it around the Staten Island community. And we do that through various ceremonies, flag-raising ceremonies and assemblies, just to reach out, of course, to the younger generation, just to let them know that there are still, we're all about accountability.
Right.
But, we've partnered up with various organizations, Stephen Siller Foundation, various VFW posts, but like I said before, last year when we were approached by Alex Morocco, who is, of course, a member of our organization, he wanted to do a specific type of fundraiser, and we sat down with Al King, the commander of the Marine Corps League 246 Detachment.
Another great friend.
Yeah, they're all,
Gentlemen, yeah.
the Marine Corps League is a phenomenal bunch of guys.
They are.
And he wanted to put something together, and I mean, you know, what did we do? We put it together in a matter of a few months, I would say.
Yeah, we planned it. I guess it took about a month and a half.
Yeah.
Right after the Rolling Thunder run.
Right
And,
after our DAV event. But once we put it all together, you know, the day of the event, you know, you always get those butterflies, not knowing what's going to happen. But it was an extremely successful event, and I'll let Alex pick up.
Yeah. First of all, I do want to say that it's a family-friendly event. We welcome children because we firmly believe that it's a great teaching moment to be able to say to a child that, you know, here's why you're here. You know, these freedoms that we all enjoy, they come at a price. They may not come at a price.
Bought, yes.
They may not come at a price to you and your family, but rest assured that someone out there is paying a price for these freedoms. You know, last year we did the first annual. Give you an example. What we did is we raised. It was about $18,000. We turned right around and we gave $15,000 of that money to a severely wounded veteran Marine and his family. He had been wounded, I guess it was around 2005. So for the last 10 years, the Marine has been taken care of at home. And you know, we saw that there was a need there, so we granted the money to them. And you know, the one thing that we feel very strongly about is our core values. You know, we have 4 of them. Number 1 is commitment to mission. Basically, what I've done is, you know, I've surrounded myself with people that are committed to veterans causes. Rolling Thunder, our board of directors, people like Al King and the Marine Corps League. These are the people that are out there helping us on a daily basis. The second one is transparency. Basically, I want the public to know what we do with the money. As of right now, up until now, everything that we've raised has gone into the effort, into the cause. In the past year, we raised approximately $40,000. We've granted $20,000 of that money, and as I said earlier, we're getting ready to write another check for $7,500 for the dog that we're purchasing. Our third is accountability. We hold ourselves accountable for the funds that we raise in the sense that, you know, it's hard-earned money that's being donated by the community, and therefore it's incumbent upon us to take care of that money and spend it wisely. And lastly is the privacy of the individuals that we help. You know, there's no photo opportunities, Ed. We don't go out there and you know, create an event just to hand out a check. We don't do that. We do it quietly. To us, those are 4 key things that are very important to us, and that's how we go about our business.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something. How does somebody get in touch with you or get in touch with the organization, even get in touch with Rolling Thunder?
Well, getting in touch with you, with our organization is very easy. Basically, you can email us or call us or go to our website and contact us through our website.
Okay.
Our website is www.roadhomefoundation.org.
Okay.
There's a link there that you can email us, or you can email us directly at info@roadhomefoundation.org.
Okay.
Or you can call us. You know, you call my cell phone. I'll answer the phone.
Okay.
You know, on a daily basis. 917-412-6179.
Very good. Bruno, how about the
Rolling Thunder, there are various ways to get in contact with our chapter, Staten Island Chapter 2. First, of course, is our website, www.rollingthunder2newyork.com. Then we also have a Facebook page, Rolling Thunder Staten Island, New York. Or as Alex said, I mean, there is some contact information on our website. You can just put a call in. or you just call me on my cell phone, 917-939-8416, and we'll keep you up to date on all the events we have coming up.
One of the things about Rolling Thunder that the public should know is you don't have to be a veteran to be in it.
Well, not only that, Ed, you don't have to be a veteran to be in. You don't even need a motorcycle to join. We're a veteran, non-veteran friendly organization. As I said, we don't need motorcycles. There are quite a few members in our organization that drive to our events. I mean, over the last 7 years, I've seen our organization grow so much. Our events, the events that we attend, they basically tripled. We're doing a lot more. Around the holidays, we do various toy drives. We visit nursing homes. We go to, we're trying to get more involved with the VA system. It's a multitude, but you can't ask for a better group of guys and girls.
If you go back 20 years, a motorcycle club was considered a gang.
Oh, absolutely.
The stigma was there, and you're not Hell's Angels, you're not anything like that. You people who really give from the heart, and they give their time, and they want to be part of something. Before I turn it over to Paul Dietrich, because I will let him speak a little bit today, I think for the viewing public, whether you're a veteran or not, on this September 24th event, it is so important that you go, take part in it, take a look at what's going on, meet the veterans that are there, okay? And you're gonna find the most grateful people in the world for seeing you there. Bring your family, bring your children. Something different on Staten Island, just do it. Paul?
Yep. I believe that if you're a veteran, that event is available at no charge to you. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
correct,
Not
yeah.
only for the
All right.
veteran, but for the
the
immediate family members. Yes.
Okay. How about for other non-veterans who might be interested? Is it-
Well, there is an admission fee. Well, we do need to raise the.
Yes.
We do need to raise the funds.
And that
for
all
the
goes
foundation.
towards the...
That all goes toward the
Okay.
towards the foundation.
I know that I was there at the event last year. This year I will be out of town, unfortunately, because otherwise I would definitely be there. But it was a great event. There was live music. Okay. There was food. There were games and entertainment for the children and for adults. All of the things that make a great event were there. And I'm assuming that they will all be there again. So I strongly recommend to everyone, come out. What is the address for the Marine Corps League?
46 Ontario Avenue,
46 Ontario Avenue. What time does the event
Off of
start?
Victory Boulevard.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
12
Goes till
o'clock
5. Goes till
on
5
the
o'clock.
24th. Was a great event last year, and I expect another great event this year.
Well, we hope to get a good turnout, and again, it's a family-friendly event.
Yes.
We really want to get children there.
Yes.
As I said, it's a great teaching moment.
And you'll feed them up. Mom and Dad won't
We
have
will.
to feed the kids. And
We'll take care
We
of
will
it.
feed them.
We'll definitely take
We
care
will
of them.
keep them occupied.
that's
Yes.
great, and you'll keep them occupied.
Yeah.
Tire them out too, so
Yeah, so they get a good night's sleep.
Oh, yeah.
that's excellent. Excellent.
I like the emphasis on the teaching experience, and I've watched Rolling Thunder. We send cameras here from CTV out to most events that are veteran-related, and there must be 6 or 7 times that we've done Rolling Thunder, going out and talking to the kids about the flag,
Yes.
Yep.
talking about POWs, MIAs. It was a PS6, I think.
What's that?
You were in PS6.
What
in
school was
Tahoe.
Oh, PS6. Well, I mean, the number of schools we've done, as far as back, I mean, I believe up to now it's got to be at least a dozen in the last few years. When we go to a school, we either have an assembly inside the auditorium, and then it's followed by the hanging of the POW flag, which is a great experience for the younger generation because, a lot of them don't even know what POW MIA is. It's
Right.
sorry to say, but, not saying that they're not properly educated. Of course they are, but it's a great experience for the children. They love the bikes. The kids love the bikes, but we're there for a reason to let them know, to instill upon them that we're all about accountability of our POWs and MIAs.
it's a great public relations tool. And when you talk about the kids don't understand what POW/MIA is, sad, but well, my son is a principal in a high school in Manhattan. They don't even have Vietnam in their agenda.
No,
If
it's
you
not
pick
even
up
in
a
the
history book, Vietnam's not even mentioned.
No.
And I've seen it more often than not, where a teenager will say, "What's Vietnam?" You know, it's sad. So
Well-
what Rolling Thunder's doing and what you're doing with the Road Home Foundation to educate people is just, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, we think it's very important. Therefore, we made it part of our mission. It's the third piece of our mission statement, actually, where we specifically say that, you know, we will educate the public.
Right.
The one thing that we found out and again, this was firsthand in the last 7 years, is that there is a big disconnect between the general public and the military community. The general public really doesn't have any idea about the trials and tribulations that a military family goes through, not only when the individual is wounded, but also during their time of service downrange.
Right.
It's stressful. You know, it's stressful for everyone. So, you know, we try to educate people to give them an understanding that, hey, you know, again, there's people out here that are making sacrifices, you know, all around us. You know,
Exactly.
and let's
Yeah.
recognize that.
In many cases for less than what is the minimum wage. So
Yes,
Absolutely.
That's the reality of it. And there is a human cost to
absolutely.
this. When you think about someone whose MIA has been returned home just recently, some back from World War II. The battleship Oklahoma just recently, I believe there was almost 20 that were identified and finally returned back home after all that time. So
Well,
that's
not-
the
not-
human cost.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And not only that, but, you know, even today's survivors, you know, they're surviving because Army medicine has gotten so
Yes.
good, and they're keeping them alive on the battlefield and getting them to the help. But what they have to look forward to is a lifetime of medical care.
Yes.
So yeah, there is a human cost to this. You know, let's not forget that.
All right.
Yes.
That's it, and the emotional impact. I mean, I know guys that came home from Nam when I served, okay, that till today, they're bitter, they hate everything, because when we came home from Vietnam, we were being spit on.
Yeah.
We were,
Well-
we were baby killers. And
My experience with the Vietnam veterans has been a positive one. We have gotten so much help from Vietnam Veterans of America. You know,
that's a great organization. you know,
yeah,
great
Chapter
friends.
421 here on Staten Island
Yeah.
is tremendous. They have a program of helping, you know, helping the soldiers, and they've been very forthcoming, very supportive of, you know, Brendan and our family. And I got to thank Gene for that, Gene DiGiacomo, because he's their president, and you know, they also, you know,
Gene has been on the show with me at least 5 or 6 times.
they're also a
He's just-
great group of guys that do good things and do positive things out there, and I want to acknowledge that.
Okay, and thank you very much. That's a great thing you did. Now, you mentioned your family. Before we go any further, I want to thank your wife, Kelly. She's sitting out there in the audience. She didn't want to come on camera, but
He's camera shy.
we appreciate all the work that she's doing with the organization.
Yes.
It's very, very meaningful. Before we run out of time entirely, I want to go over how people get in touch with you. And also, I want to emphasize that it's not only for you to come and donate money or to take part in that, but if you want to get involved in the organization, if you want to be a body in the organization, these gentlemen will both help you. Alice, give us your contact information once again, please.
Again, you know, you can reach me by email at info@roadhomefoundation.org, or you can call my number, 917-412-6179, or you can go to our website and send us an email through there. You know, the website pretty much explains, you know, how you can get involved. You know, we have it out there, so just take a look through there, and you know, if you can help, great. We'd love to have you.
And Bruno, how's somebody get in touch with Rolling Thunder again?
You can go on our website, www.rollingthunder2newyork.com. Actually, if anybody's interested in becoming a member, our meetings are the first Tuesday of every month at the Marine Corps League. They start at 7:30. Come on down. Basically, we want the community to understand that it's all about the veterans cause. And if you have a belief in the veterans cause and you want to help us out, come on down to one of our meetings. We also have a Facebook page. You can friend request us at Rolling Thunder, Staten Island, New York, or just give me a buzz, 917-939-8416.
And the important thing is you do not have to be a veteran.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do not have to
Do
be a
not have
veteran.
to have
you
a
do not have to ride a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
And as always, if you're a veteran out there and you're not yet a member of the American Legion or the VFW, we've got so much to offer to you, and Paul will tell you how you get in touch with him with that.
Sure. Again, my number is 718-698-5269. Especially if you're a veteran out there and you need help with the VA, even if you don't join the organizations, those organizations will help you get what you earned through the VA.
Well, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here. I am so grateful that you came in, and it's very meaningful. Before we say goodnight, I just want to ask you, please come back anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime, and,
We
you know,
appreciate
and
it.
if you've got other events that are coming up or going on, come in and let's let the public know about it, because
Absolutely.
and it's not only for veterans, as I said, the public should be there. They
Yes.
should take part. You know,
Support your veterans.
that's right.
Number one.
And if you see a veteran that you know of out there, go up to him and say thank you. Thank you for your service. It's so meaningful. It's so meaningful. You'll find most of them will get choked up a little bit about it, okay? And I've seen it time and time again. And somebody go up and say thank you for your service, and all of a sudden you see the guy's got tears in his eyes, because maybe he hasn't heard that before. Anyway, Alex, thank you so much. Bruno, thank
you,
you
Ed.
so much.
Thank you.
Paul, as always, thank you. You're watching in honor of. We really appreciate you watching. You keep watching. We'll just keep bringing you shows and treat you a veteran with love. Thank you. Good night.